It's See Something, Say Something. Candace and Cindy are two therapists aiming to demystify therapy and pull the curtain on the people who are conducting your session.
Surprise, surprise. Therapists are people too. Listening as we giggle, chat about culture, navigating life experiences, discussing the things we like, and mental health.
Hey y'all, welcome to Budding Topics, our mini-sode series. Sometimes it's not that many, but sometimes, it's the little bits that maybe don't make the first main episode.
A little bit.
But the stuff that we really want to talk about. And yeah, honestly, this is the fun hour.
Yeah.
This is like the fun.
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on your disco stick. Ding, 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 ding.
Wow, that was so fun.
I know.
I feel
I
like
can do
we
it
just
again.
need to jig more.
I can do that again.
I need to be like turning up. That's just me wanting to go out. All right, let me show.
Yeah, you're like, I'm tired of looking out the window.
I've been looking out the window. And I can't go anywhere. I've just
Literally
been looking.
facing the activities.
Been watching people. Oh, you look like you're having a good time.
Yeah. Living through
Summer.
you.
It's okay. I'm gonna be back up soon. Yeah, back outside just a little bit.
Girl.
And not just partying, but like doing things.
What, is it recording?
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
We started. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
hey guys. Whoa, I don't know where I went. I told you that autopilot's something fierce.
And I just love being able to ground her in the moment.
Girl, because I will literally float around this ceiling.
Yeah.
Absorb into the walls.
And I feel
You
like
won't even know I'm here.
Shoot.
And I won't either. It's not.
I
out
swear. I mean, I think I practiced a lot of mindfulness, which keeps me grounded, which is good. But sometimes I have my moments. And it doesn't look like how yours does. I just start spazzing. It looks like everything gets bottled up and now I'm raging.
Yeah, that's where the scream comes from.
Oh my gosh, guys, I love a good scream. I screamed 3 times today and it felt good.
You need it.
Yeah, I think screaming is self-care too.
You need it. I do too.
And if you're not screaming sometimes, it's low-key somatic therapy. It's a way
It very much
to
is.
release some of those
They have
pent-up
whole
emotions.
workshops for it.
Yeah, it kind of goes into the same aspect of breath work, but I do love a good scream. So if you see me screaming somewhere, I'm okay. I'm well.
I just need a relief.
I just needed it. Yeah. So I just
that's how I am with crying. I just
Yeah.
need to just drop a few tears.
yeah, and then all of a sudden when I cry, if it's one of those cries where I just need to drop a few tears, it soaks up very easily, and I'm just like.
Every time, like, what? I'm scared. And it's like, no, this is just part of my routine.
Everything okay?
It's my regimen.
I'm actually well. It's better that
I feel
the
better.
tears came out than they were stuffed
Stay in, yeah.
Yeah,
And then you want to be concerned.
Yeah, because when that knot starts forming and you just let that knot sit
Oh
there
my
for
gosh,
days.
it's the worst.
Yeah, like know that you're internalizing all your emotions.
And just keeping it in.
Yeah.
Let it pass.
Letting it pass. It's okay. Like, it's okay to have the emotions and feel them. They're for.
Literally what they're for.
Yeah. So, speaking of feeling our emotions and chatting, we have the little We're Not Really Strangers self-love deck. Shout out to my friend for gifting it to me for my birthday years ago. Thank you, Erica. I've used this so thoroughly with clients
She
and
has,
groups. Yes.
even with staff.
Even with staff, because I love to do workplace well-being. But, like, it has been, like, a really fun thing, even in relationships that I have, like, trying to get people to come together and talk about themselves and reflect. So I love these decks. Send us some. We're Not Really Strangers. Look at how we're pubbing you. Shoo. Guys. So we're about to play the game to start off with our budding topics. And I told Candace, if you don't like your card, I'm not going to force you. You could switch it up. Because some of these cards are also meant for like social media things. You don't have to. Like if you got a wild card.
Ooh.
Not you lucky your card right off the bat. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me get one. Can you give it to me and let me pull? Here.
Give you what?
I'll
The
take my
card?
damn card.
You sure?
I'm doing it. I may cheat.
Don't you do it. Don't you cheat, girl.
Okay. Okay, cool. I like it.
Now I'm thinking about what I want to.
Right. So this is the self-love edition for We're Not Really Strangers. I feel like it's a good space to practice, like just being reflective and how you feel, and also helping to like raise your own self-esteem and think about yourself. So I'm gonna think about this for a second.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no rush, baby.
At all. Do you have your answer, though?
I do.
Okay. You can go first.
Okay, so mine was, what am I proudest of myself for saying no to recently?
Oh, that's a good one.
And I am going to edit it a little bit because it wasn't outright no, but it was just setting boundaries around what I had capacity for and what I don't. So this is just me providing self-disclosure, and I'm allowed to do that, but I'm being very spread thin at work right now. And so, currently there's like a bajillion projects going on and I'm just one person. And so, you know,
land.
People are asking me to do things, and instead of me saying no, I'm redirecting them to maybe other people who are more available, or how we can maybe troubleshoot it. Getting some feathers ruffled, but I mean, at the end of the day, this piece, baby, this joy that isn't within my spirit is for me, and you will not take it. So I'm proud of myself for doing that, because I can very much fall into just being, I wouldn't say a yes ma'am, but just like, I don't want to deal with like people having a hissy fit. So I will make a situation harder for myself just to like avoid other people's emotions, but that's not for me to carry, and that's how you get spread thin even further, and I'm already kind of there. So I was like, I'm going to protect myself because I deserve that, and then also it's not on me, you know, like it's meant to be a team aspect. So, yeah, and I don't have no shame in it. I'm very proud, and maybe every conversation that comes, it comes.
Good job.
I said what I said, and I mean it.
Period. But the thing about that, I appreciate you building that muscle and growing into that. That's a leader. You know, that's an effective leader.
Cute.
It is. And like an empowered person, to be able to kind of like sit there and recognize like what you're going to take and what you're not, and what's like valid, and also being able to delegate, and also being able, even if they don't do it, that's not your problem. You know what I mean? Like, you need to like share some of that energy, so you're not the one having to take on everything. That's what burns us out quicker, and how we struggle with like emotional burnout, and also just neglect of self. You know what I mean? So recognizing your needs and your worth, right? You're worth so much more than just having everything stacked on top of you. And I think as Black women, like, we're the first ones to try to save everybody else.
That
and then
toxic
also,
hero.
Yeah, and then also, like, take on the brunt of everything. We're always expected to be the ones to come in and fix things.
But and be the glue.
You cannot be the glue. You're one person. And you also can't be the person who comes in and fixes an entire system. That's not on you. So, good job, Candrace, for real.
Thank you. I feel great about it.
Good. And I'm so happy to hear you affirm yourself on that, because it's hard to, like, navigate spaces like that. But you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Good job. I'm proud of you, too. Beautiful. I just love to do that sound. Okay. So my question was, what parts of myself have I felt the need to change in the past that I now embrace?
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't think about it all the way. But I will say, I would say I'm kind of nerdy in some ways, and like quirky, and weird, but that's okay. I think that's just what makes me me, honestly, and helps me feel like closer to myself. Like, I used to feel bad, I guess, about not trying to stand out, but I was just maybe the one who did, based on like my body, my interests, the way I looked or dressed myself. Like, I've always kind of struggled with some sense of like body image issues. And so, you know, I wasn't the skinniest. I didn't have the most clear skin. I wasn't the one who was always like speaking up in places. Like, but I think along the way, I got bullied enough to where I was like, honestly, fuck y'all and fuck this. Like, it's okay that I have acne.
Yeah.
It's okay that I have a little pudgy tummy and I'm chubby. It's okay if I gain weight and lose weight. And I was really feeling my power when I started to like call it out and embrace it for what it is, right? And my interests, right? I wasn't just this type of girl in order to fit in or to be liked by everybody. I knew that I had my own charisma, I had my own character, my own flair, and those are the things that make me Cindy, that make me sin, you know, like, it is what it is. And I feel like when I fully started to embrace that more, because I used to try to like fit in those ways, or, you know, struggling with trying to lose weight, or like, you know, not going places because of my skin and all that kind of stuff, like, it really did make me sad and make me feel like I missed out on some things because I was always so hard on myself. So I feel like now that I'm 29, about to be 30, I'm in the space of fully embracing those things that make me me. And not feeling bad about those things. I work on them, right? I work on all these things to, like, you know, for my own mental health and wellness, but I don't sit and, like, rip myself apart for them anymore. And I used to do that. So now that I'm, like, in a space of, like, embracing all the things that make me me and unique, down to my personality, my quirks, my body, I feel much better about myself. And, you know, I think that's kind of where, like, my confidence is at that I'm building. And I'm happy about it. I think I worked really hard to be here.
For you.
Yeah. So
I am curious. So you said nerdy, quirky. Are those labels that you were given by others that you're embracing, or are these labels that you've given yourself?
Well, I would say I've heard them, and I embrace them at the same time. So, like, quirky, I'm okay with being a quirky Black girl. Like, that's fine. You know, the nerdiness, I'm okay with that too. Because I always had, like, varied interests. People knew I loved school. I love to learn something. You know what I mean?
She's studious.
She's studious. I'm not saying I liked math, but I liked picking up.
That was very specific.
Because I'm so bad at it.
She said, I'm not saying I like
failed
math, baby.
and cheated. I don't give a damn.
The truth comes out, baby.
The truth comes out. I'm done with school. So, like, yeah, I had to make my way, baby. But, like, I do enjoy knowledge and, like, you know, particular interests.
Especially
and
if
things
it's
like
something, if you're
like
passionate
things that I
about
have
the
passions
topic.
about. Like, I'm like,
I love it. Yeah.
I'm in it, you know. But I remember whenever I was in, like, middle school, transitioning to high school.
All these topics, all these subjects. Baby, what that got to do with me?
You know, but middle school going into high school, I think I was, like, still on Neopets and things like that. I was just like,
I love that.
I would like to too. I was like, this is fun. And
Polly Pockets.
And Polly Pockets,
dolls.
my scene, like, I was really into, like, certain things that maybe for others, like, it's time to age out. You know?
And you're like, I'm not there yet.
I wasn't there yet, but I did get forced out of it by some people because they're like, we don't do that anymore. It's not cool.
Not we.
Yeah, and
baby.
And I stopped.
I do.
And I stopped because I was like, okay, well, I don't want to feel like I'm not cool or like I'm different or like I'm weird. So I stopped. And, you know, even down to, like, fashion, like, I was a little bit more tomboyish, you know? But, like, okay, you need to look like this to feel worthy. And so I would stop, you know? Like, but now I'm, like, super into fashion, and I found my flow of, like, masculine, feminine. Sometimes I'm bland and boring, but that's just kind of based on how I feel, you know? And now, like, people are like, oh, my God, I love your sense of style. And I'm like, yeah, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You're shitting on my outfits because you said they were dingy and were thrifted.
Dingy?
Yeah, which sometimes they weren't that cute, but I was also
dingy though.
Yes, girl, but I was also exploring my sense of self. You know what I mean?
Dingy means dirty. Dingy is rude.
Rude bitches around me, okay? In certain places, that made me have to, like, develop thick skin. So I would say,
we are grateful for those opportunities.
You know, I'm so grateful to, like, step into my bad bitch. I was like, I'm good. I was like, I'm good. Like, even though I had those phases, right, where maybe I couldn't wear certain things and I couldn't afford it or couldn't be whatever, I found my way to who I am now. And I'm like, oh, I'm crafty now. Like, I could literally sew my own stuff. Like, not everything, guys. But, like, you know, I would go to thrifts and, like, flip. That's kind of where I started learning how to do stuff like that. I was like, oh, no one's going to have certain things like me. One time I made a whole dress from just, like, cutting and sewing and tying. And so, like, I don't know, from what I lacked, I became so much more creative because of it. And so, like, now I can sit here and embrace it. Then I felt a little less than, based off of my interests or the things that I was drawn to, or I felt childish or nerdy or those type of things. So, yeah, I feel good knowing that, like, I can embrace, you know, those parts of Cindy. And whether you see it or you don't, I see it. So,
Cindy. That's so cute.
She's been working on it for a long time.
I know that's right. The fruits of your labor, baby.
I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us,
I'm always proud of us when we're together. I'm like, oh my God. This is a good time.
This also, like, I don't know. Whenever I'm with you, I feel like, whenever we're with each other, we give each other our props. Like,
yeah.
or give ourselves our props. Like, it's easy for us to like forget those things and get lost. But then like when we're together, we make sure we make those moments to like give ourselves a little bit of praise and a pat on the back for how far we've come.
Yeah, because we're each other's community now. And I think it's true. We have gone through a lot in a very short time. And is it July yet? Oh, it's about to be. And that's when I met you. So it's almost been a year.
Stop.
Yeah. Since I've known you. And guys, see, this is when you start to build new friendships and community. It can happen at any time, in any age, any place. So it's just to be open. You have to be open for it, you know, open to receive like the good energy of good people. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, our friendiversary is coming up.
I know. We gotta celebrate it somehow.
Friendiversary.
Yay. Jeez.
Wow,
always in sync like that.
I don't know.
So
Isn't it crazy?
I like looked at you. I was like, okay, that was another moment. It was so scary.
So many moments happening.
Okay, so like I've been seeing this trend on TikTok, and I need to know what is on your summer wish list. We could have like maybe a little bit more actual. I feel like all of this is attainable.
I agree.
I want the most Delulu-iest.
Yeah.
Version.
That's where I'm at. I'm good at being Delulu.
Give me that right now.
Okay.
And not even Delulu, because some of this shit is real. Let me hear it.
The time frames are not really realistic.
Yeah.
I want to be engaged tonight.
Yeah. So give me the craziest. What's the freaking song that they be playing too? Dang, I wish I could insert it. I'm about to. It's this one.
Oh, that's why you were singing it.
So yeah, we're about to share our summer wish list for 2024. Okay. Got explicit. Sorry.
Let's see. So really for me, and this is like Delulu and also Real Lulu.
Okay.
I don't want to work.
Period.
I don't.
Don't give a damn.
I know a lot of people are concrete, and so like that can be multiple things. Like either I'm going to be doing something that just is so fulfilling and comes natural to me, which has always been like my personal goal to like go to work and just enjoy myself, or do something that's just so aligned and connected with me that it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Like it's that enjoyable. There's no drama. It's very much just like who I am. It meshes. Right. Or like literally, I don't want to work.
I don't want to work.
And I can just spend all this time that I have like bettering myself. And that's why I'm really like drawn to like the people who are like influencers or like stuff like that, because it's like they're literally just like filming their lives and getting paid for it. And what a dream.
Yeah.
What a dream.
I feel like we're kind of on our way, right? As like podcast content creators.
I'm ready.
But like, we trying to speed this shit up.
Yeah, really, because I got to go.
Got to, so please watch and stream. Damn it.
This is Delulu and Real Lulu. No responsibilities other than pouring into myself. And
not one.
Not a single one.
Nah.
I just want to focus on bettering me. I used to have a regimen and I was dedicated to it. Maybe not the healthiest reasons, but I was dedicated. And I want to get back to doing that. Maybe if it's healthier, it'll be long term. What
type of regimen?
Baby, I used to be at that gym, eating healthy, taking my supplements, going on vacation.
You need a vacation bad.
It's coming.
You need to book that ticket if you didn't already.
I want passion projects. I want endless monies to buy furniture. Really, I want a brain transplant, so like eternal sunshine of the spotless mind. Although I'm very grateful for the things I've been through so that I can be the person I am now. I would love a little scrubby-dub-dub, a little scrubbing bubbles my brain so that I could maybe push through some of these things that got me in a chokehold. I would love to be, I said engaged to my person, but really I just want to be with my person. Find my person that really sees me. I have yet to do that. I'm always the one who's seeing, and I would love to be seen. I want to cover my eyes. I just want to be
guys. Seen. She's getting seen. If y'all not seeing her right now, this is one of the baddest bitches I know. Period.
Baby. Y'all are great, but I mean by man's.
Our men are not watching the podcast. Y'all better be. This is for everyone. Baby. That's what I'm trying to say.
Message, baby.
Shoot, and she gonna open up that Instagram too, so everybody can see it.
I really want to be on vacation whenever I want. Not concerned about it.
Yes.
I would like to pay off the rest of my
Who's paying?
school. I don't care. The money can come out the sky.
Not me.
Somebody pay it.
Yeah.
And I would love to pay the rest of my sisters too. My parents
so
don't have any
sweet.
debt, but I would love to give them money for just them being them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's as far as I got. What
Wow.
about you?
I love that. So get really serious, guys. Waist snatched, gone. I don't
Amen.
I don't want to see it. Waist wear. So that's the first on my
Skinny Legends
wish
unite.
list. Waist snatched. Then I want flown out to Mykonos.
Okay.
I don't know who's gonna take me. I
Don't matter.
care.
Just send me the ticket.
The ticket booked, but not by me. Yeah. 100K monthly deposits. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the bank.
Money ever flowing.
Yeah.
Every direction.
Whichever one. Ready for it. Thank you. Open arms, abundance. This is like Delulu, but also like not. This is real life. All of this is low key. I'm manifesting and putting it out
we're
there.
really
speaking
aiming
into
for
existence.
it.
The tongue, powerful. Full sponsored podcast party.
Yes.
For our podcast. We want to be able to do that, bring our community out, be able to like celebrate ourselves. We've been recording, and like being consistent, which is nice when it comes to like our idea of discipline. Like this is something I feel like I can say like we've been disciplined in. I feel like there are parts of it that we can get better, but showing up, right? So yeah, I want a fully sponsored podcast party at the end of the summer or early fall. Like I would love to see that happen. So let's make it happen, That would be really, really awesome.
So exciting.
So exciting. Perfect person, committed, and locked in. Yeah. Waking up.
Perfect.
He's there.
Morning.
Wow. Amazing. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Great.
Life
And mine.
companion, life partner.
Yeah. Honestly, and my thing is, I just said committed. I didn't say engaged today. There are some things I need to work on, but maybe that's also a part of my wish list, right?
Yeah.
Trauma deducted. Take it off. Put
Baby,
somewhere else.
scrub it out.
Yeah, scrub the blockages. Okay, there are some blockages spiritually, emotionally. I'm not really sure what's going on with them, but I need
so
them to be
real.
like plucked away. Okay, I feel like I've been doing the work. I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. Someone else, God, maybe, hello, somebody, take it off, baby. It's okay. Yeah, no anxiety or depression, just vibes. And then
I love that.
weekly vibes on a beach, a nice beach, maybe even black sand, preferably. Yeah, that's what I want. Like picnics there, parties there, vibes there. I want to be living in a bikini, and I don't want any like sunburn. And I just want like, my natural hair to be touching mid back, and yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, me too. Sprout my hair,
Yeah,
baby.
sprout the hair like
Rapunzel.
a plant. Okay. And then I want glass skin.
The clearest skin you can conjure up, baby.
I want it. I want the glass.
I want you to be like,
wow. I want that with those reactions. I think we're working on it. I'm working on my regimen, but something's got to give. And that's what I want. Glass skin. Like an egg. Yes. Glass.
Like an egg.
Actually, like a mirror. Glass. Yes,
yes.
baby. A little gloss.
Come on, man,
like
in the
no
mirror.
ridges. Yeah. And then for like my regular list, I didn't put that much because I feel like all of this is attainable.
Yeah.
But like, I think I want to do like some type of nature-y trip this summer.
Cute.
I've been thinking of doing like a retreat maybe for like my 30th or...
I love that.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing one in a group or maybe even solo. I started
love it.
planning. So
love
something
it.
like that. I want to be out in nature a little bit more. And like there's national parks and stuff, and I just don't feel like I make a priority to get there. So I'm thinking like maybe like a little road trip vibe and like...
And we know you hate driving.
I do. So it's like, I'm not really sure. I haven't driven in like, I just started driving after like 2 weeks. It's been blissful. Been driven anywhere. Like
Now you got to get on that road.
And I've been so pissed, stressed. I'm like, dang, did I forget? Damn. And that has been like the bane of my existence.
I know
like,
it
getting
has.
into that car again.
Me and
I'm like,
Sharita were
me?
just talking about that. You hate driving.
I fucking hate it. And so maybe that's the thing too, having a chauffeur. And like just a nice little
Add it to the
driver, like a
list.
person who can just like, hey Cindy, I'm here to pick you up for work and I'm here to pick you up for lunch.
What an
And
accent.
I don't know. He's a nice little man or woman. Probably like a person that you would see like a bellhop. Like, and he just comes and he's ready to go. And he's like, all tucked in. I brought you lunch. Oh, wow. Like, yeah.
All tucked in.
I don't know. I'm going to probably do part 2 of swim lessons as well. So, like, I'm trying to get my brother to do it, and then me and my cousins are going to do it together. So, part 2 of swim lessons.
Gosh,
yeah, like
in the
little family bonding moment. So that's
that.
on the wish list. Like, we're making a reality. My brother said sure, which means yes. So, I'm like really here for that. And then, yeah, the last one on the list, all the way down there, is practicing discipline. I'm going to close it out now, but...
I love that.
Practicing discipline all summer. And like kind of like what you were saying when it comes to like it is, but we can hold each other accountable. We'll try our best. When it came to like the regimen, yeah, I used to have a really good one on Mondays. I would listen to a podcast, do my full skincare, kind of get ready for the week. And it was like, it served as like a good time for mindfulness and all that. And I used to be meditating in the mornings, and then I would go to a yoga class. Like, I need to get it back into something. But then also when it comes to like posting and putting content out there, I want to be able to like be a little bit more disciplined in that, because I tend to just like, if I'm going through something, which I have been, right, for the last few weeks after my procedure, I just ducked off, and it was fine because sometimes you need those moments to recharge. But I want to be planned in advance to where like when I do choose to, I can already throw something out there and it doesn't like take away from my energy because I already planned it. You know what I mean? I planned it so that I can be consistent for those times where I don't have the energy to create something completely new. So that's kind of like what I've been thinking about when it comes to planning out how to be consistent in your practices, right?
Yes. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. So when it comes to even like eating, that's why people freaking meal prep, you know? I will say, you know, starting from somewhere, I haven't drank in weeks. Like the last time I drank was June 1st. And that was for like medical reasons. But to be honest, it's been nice to be disciplined in that. And I was like, oh, I can do things. I can do things like I'm not, you know, super attached to this thing, but to know that like I can be aware enough to recognize like what's doing well for my body. I noticed my skin clearing up, feeling good and lighter. And I think that's just even the detox I had to do with food. Like that was...
You're really getting a reset.
Yeah, I'm getting a whole reset and I want to stay there. So, you know, now that I'm like, okay, you can kind of go back to regular life. I'm like, well, some of it was good, you know. How can I get more protein in and like eat balanced and take my vitamins? I've been doing spoiled child. I just learned about it from the nurse. So yeah, I've been doing spoiled child collagen every day. So like that's been nice too. So just like being disciplined in those type of things for myself, so I can, you know, see a change.
Yeah.
Summer wish lists are banging.
Oh my gosh, now you make me want to add to my list.
And it can be continuous.
I do know I want to do singing lessons. I keep talking about that. I haven't. I keep saying after this I'll do it, and then I do it, and then I don't. So, but I really want to sing my little heart out.
So maybe
hopefully do Broadway.
That'd be fun. And maybe,
that would be a dream.
And I literally know friends who have like
my anxiety though.
Well, that's what we practice.
That's why I need a brain scrub.
Yeah, but also like I'm
dim the lights so I don't see your faces.
I'm big on exposure therapy. That's me when I have to post. I have to literally just do it and go.
College was my exposure therapy. I was in the choir.
Oh, that's really wild. I did theater for like a year. But I did theater like before that. Even that was exposure for me.
I did it in middle school and high school. So
I think, I don't know, this is a good space for us to like be practicing our hobbyist things, but also like taking ourselves a little bit more seriously, right? As we become who we are, and we say we want these things. What are we going to do to get there?
What's the work we're doing to get to them?
And it's unfortunate that it's work, but it's good work. It's chosen work.
Yeah, there's good and bad work. There's good and bad work. There's categories.
And it's not. It shouldn't feel forced work, right? It should feel like
natural and free-flowing and organic.
Flowing, organic, intuitive, and all the things.
I love it.
I love it too. Okay, y'all. Well, then, even with it being summer, on the other end, right?
So
summer started June 20th. I feel like I started realizing, damn, I think I'm experiencing a little bit of seasonal depression right now. And people don't really talk about like the summer.
They always think about
depression.
The rain and the cloudy days, baby, but it's seasonal. There's multiple seasons, baby. It can happen in the summer, spring. Girl, it's not just fall and winter.
I feel like that's when like the FOMO starts happening too.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, you know, you see people going out, living their life, doing
going
all
on
these
vacations.
Things, going on vacations.
Maybe even having time off because they're working in a school or an environment where they get a summer break, and it's like,
dang, I wish that was me right now.
Just trudging to
work. Or
work.
even feeling like, dang, you see people that's when people are popping out with their friends, community, and all that kind of stuff. And then maybe you're in a space of like, dang, I wish I had that. I don't really have
the energy to do that.
Right, or had the energy. But, that's people are getting mixy and you just want to stay inside, or you wasn't prepared, or
in
you
the
were
dark and AC.
I didn't, the whole summer body situations and allegations and all that kind of stuff.
Situations and allegations.
Shit, that's what it is. And it's through fall and winter, people are just trying to hibernate. Spring comes, okay, we're getting up there, but then summer's like, are you ready to turn up? And it's like, I wasn't ready to really be outside.
How to lose 50 pounds in a week. It's like, girl, summer's already here. They're going to get what they get.
And that's okay. You know what I mean?
Get you a little tankini, show yourself in a bikini, do whatever you need.
Everybody is okay.
Get out there, girl. Get some vitamin D.
Get some vitamin D and don't be afraid to still share what you worked so hard to have and maintain, right? I think our life every day is a blessing. If you're here,
amen.
Go ahead and turn up with what you got.
Yourself.
Yeah, but that summer seasonal depression, I mean, it shows up as well.
It's real.
So I think on one end when we talk about sad during the winter blues and things like that, we talk about trying to get vitamin D, going for walks, things like that. With summer, it's really hot.
It's so hot, so that makes it a little bit of a pickle.
Right. Which I feel like maybe that's also when you're really honing into your nutrition, and maybe even for me, I can't do walks in the middle of the day. So I either have to wake up really early in the morning or evening.
When it's loading. But even the evening could be a little hot.
The other day I took a walk and it was a warm wind kind of evening. It was nice, but it depends on your region, right? Wherever you're at. And then I think it's a time where maybe when you're kind of struggling with the idea of community or maybe getting out there, it's okay if you choose to not. Finding hobbies that you can do within your home so you can still feel stimulated and energized from that. You don't feel like you're missing out on anything because you also created your own plans and habits and things like that. Yeah. Are you asleep?
I'm hearing you.
Crying.
No, I'm not asleep. I was literally agreeing with you because I'm thinking about all the stuff that I'm not doing, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it because it is hot.
It is hot.
It's really
and
the heat.
I think that's it makes you exhausted. You know what I mean?
It is it's draining. And I really want to have a nighttime routine after work, but I just I don't have the energy. So I'm just trying to figure out.
You have to force it. It's so crazy.
Yeah, that opposite action.
What I used to do is come home right away, jump into the shower right away. I wouldn't think twice about it. And then from there, I was like, oh, at least I did that. You know what I mean? And then that's when my skincare would come up, and then I would eat dinner. And kind of go into that. So I know when I start working again in that type of way, I have to go straight to the shower because it kind of helps me also recognize I'm clearing the day. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, clearing all the negative energy, clearing all the energy you carry from others as therapists, healers, workers, whatever. People who are just, interacting with people physically and all that kind of stuff. If you work from home, still the same thing. I think we get so used to not getting dressed and all that kind of stuff. Take a shower, get dressed. You don't have to put on a fancy outfit, but feel like you're starting a new day. I think that could be really difficult, especially when it's summertime. You see everyone doing all these things. And then maybe pick a thing a week that, speaks to you, that makes you feel okay, cool. Because I'm big on when people are inviting me places, I'm struggling with okay, I'm getting invited to certain things. And then all of a sudden for weeks I don't get invited anywhere. And then I don't make any plans for myself. And now I'm feeling sad because I'm just at the house. So that's kind of where I'm realizing my summer sadness kind of comes in. I'm like, dang, all these people have these groups and things and all these things. I didn't plan anything for just me.
I think just go on brand of our community and our support systems and who's been available for us. I do want to do a shout out. Okay. Honestly, this podcast has brought to my attention how many people are really supportive. I had lunch with my friend Autumn. I don't even know. Time is a concept. A week, 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And she was asking me how work was going. And I'm telling her about work. And she was like, girl, I'm not talking about that. I see you as a podcaster. How's the podcast
I know going? That's right.
I said, girl, and maybe she talking about business plans and everything. I was like, oh, I live. So I'm grateful for her. Miss Marsha, Miss TC, posting, Samantha, commenting. But then I'm also really grateful for my friend Sean. So I have friendships where like there's people that I talk to every day, and then I have friendships like where maybe we might talk every now and again, but it's like nothing ever changed. And I've been friends with Sean since feels like what 15 years. I don't know.
That's
15,
a long
16
time.
years.
What the hell?
And we've been gone like through seasons together, and we don't even know we're going through it. And then when we pop up, it's like, dang, we were going through the same thing. And he has really been enjoying the podcast, and he is so precious. He like was putting on the big screen, watching it with his mom, and I just appreciate support like that. And I was like feeling very low about other things, and I was like, I'm gonna lean into like the things that I'm grateful for, like the positive things that are happening. Like I'm not gonna give that energy and attention to the negative thing. And that really brightened my spirit. And it'd be like I'd be like upset about something, and then a text pops up, and he's like, "When's the next episode? Like we need more." And I'm like, "What?" And like I forget, like, you know, Cindy and I are in this room together, and you know it's cute, and we giggle and gaggle and watch it. But like other people are watching it and like really listening and like enjoying it and looking forward to it, and that was just like really affirming for me. And I'm just grateful for everybody who's been supportive and who watches, who shares, who's like asking when's the next episode, which kind of like keeps us like on a schedule. So yeah, I'm just really appreciative of everybody. Seaster, Patrick coming up with the little seeds. Like I'm really appreciative, like people being involved and just like wanting to see this go further. Yeah. And that just gives me something to look forward to. And then that's kind of like contributing to us like talking about like the people who are about to come. Like I don't know what it looks like specifically, but like this is like taking me in that direction and keeping me encouraged to keep pushing and do different things and
explore,
invest in myself and my peace, and then also like maintain like having platforms and stuff like that, and making sure I take time to like do the things that I enjoy. Like work is not everything, and I'm not gonna let them steal all my energy, you know? Like this is something I enjoy, and this is actually full circle because when I had therapy on Wednesday, I was like telling my therapist I was really overwhelmed, and she was like, well, what are like one of the lowest hanging fruits that you could just like not maybe stop, but like put on pause until like a further day? And low key, I was like, the podcast.
Really?
I was very overwhelmed. I was in a moody mood, but then like I was getting texts from Sean and like hearing from other people, and then it boosted my mood. And I saw you. I hadn't seen you in a while, so it was like easy for me to disconnect. And then I saw you, and I was like, oh, me friend.
Yeah.
And then this podcast went really well. And I'm like, wow, we really did. So then I was like, oop, that's not the thing. So I was like, let me set boundaries in other places.
It might be work.
But I did say the podcast.
That's interesting, but I also felt that energy, though. You know what I mean? You know, I'm going to feel the energy.
I'm a feeler.
Yeah, that's why I was like, let me call Kendra's too today, because we hadn't talked in a couple of days. And then I also, like, I remember a while ago, I think I was trying to ask you about, like, maybe what, like, things were, like, you know, exciting you, or, like, can we be like practice some gratitude in this moment for like what we're doing so far. And I had mentioned the podcast, but you didn't categorize it in that space.
I don't even remember.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is great, you know, because we're putting ourselves out there on a platform that everybody can see all around the world. It may not feel like it yet, but like this is like a part of what we are creating. And it's not just a you and me thing. This is a legacy. This is a community thing. And this is also what puts us out there as creators, right? This is just one avenue. We talk about being stars, baby. This is the platform. Baby, and we have to pour into it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm so like, disconnected, girl. I really just
but I'm going to need you to hold on to this one. You know what I mean? Because this is a part of our babies. Like, this is what we're really doing right now. And like, it's you and me, kid. Like, we're in this bitch together. Yeah. So it's like, if one side is like, I've been there before. You know what I mean? We have to both recognize, like, this is something powerful that we're stepping into. And for anyone who's like stepping into something new, it was placed in your heart for a reason. You know what I mean? And you're getting confirmation from people. But this is also a practice for you to validate yourself in that same moment, right? We can't wait for other people to see it. You have to see it first. And I'm so appreciative of our community who's seen it. But we have to fully see it first, because sometimes people won't. And that's something I've had to learn. Like, I'm not going to get support from everybody, but I don't worry about that too much. I have gotten a lot of support, though. Thank you guys for everyone who has been supporting and listening. But I've also been told, like, some people, like, that's just not their thing, right? As it relates to, it's super crazy.
What?
I'm not going to get into it. But, like, there are moments.
My stomach hurts.
Yeah, fam. But that's, fam. But like those are the moments,
girl, and you just took.
Yeah, it triggered me when I said it. Those are the moments when I have to like go back into myself and realize I'm not doing this for other people's validation. Right. I'm doing this because
for
it's placed on me and Cantress's heart to come together and build a community and shine light on all of our experiences as therapists, but also just human beings, right? And also what we're learning along the way as young women, just coming into our own. And so, yeah. I'm appreciative of this. This is an honest, vulnerable, authentic space that we're creating. Yeah, it's true. And people see it. And so, hold on before we cut it. You know what I mean? We're just getting started.
Girl, I definitely said it.
We're just getting started. And so I think that's normal. When you start a project, though, you have moments where you ebb and flow, where things don't feel like it's working out. And things feel like
I do that. I start a lot of things and don't finish them.
Yeah, but now we have to
because I feel like my brain be all over the place. And I'd be like, I didn't get around. But I definitely said it. And then I remember, I don't even know if I remember, girl, disconnected. I'm pretty sure I was like, well, maybe not. And then I was like finding other ways. But it definitely was the first thing that came to mind. Because I was like overwhelmed.
I mean, and you probably were like, I want to also retract back and not be seen. Like,
no, it wasn't the being seen. It was like, this is just a lot of work. And I was like, well, project, then
right?
maybe
that you're talking about that you want more of.
Well, then I was like, well, then maybe I need to do better at like just categorizing and like prioritizing things. And then I was like, I'm not gonna let them steal my joy.
And that's why I feel like even as planning, right? Like the planning is so important so that when it comes, it feels free flowing still. It doesn't feel like our brain is always racking. Like we get to actually
it's never
fully
the
just
talking part.
Be here. It's the editing. It's the uploading. It's the all the other things. Yeah. And until we can afford some editors and stuff. Okay. And until we can afford some editors and stuff, like we're really in this thing. But I do appreciate you for taking like the brunt of like putting out content and stuff lately, especially on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. I have not had the energy. I have not been in a place to do anything. Like, and so Cantress has been so awesome to be able to like come out of her comfort zone, right? And like fully push that out. And like, I already know I'm particular in all those things, so I'm sure she has that in the back of her mind as well. And
actually,
then, like,
no.
Okay, she doesn't give a fuck about me.
I'd be like, girl,
you gonna get what you get. And that's why I don't be saying nothing. I'm like, she's doing great.
I will ask you, but then some things I'm just like, girl, let's just get up.
And I think that's like both of us, right? Like, get up, try to find a sense of consistency and all of that. So yeah, shout out to you too, because like you're pushing through some uncomfortable ass experiences, right? For us to just be able to do this, you guys. So. Yeah. And I would say shout out to my family and my friends lately for just being able to show up for me and help take care of me in recovery.
Loved hearing and seeing that.
Yeah.
You do have a villain.
I really do. And everybody was like trying to pour into me in different ways. And it was just like, it was really beautiful, I think, to accept it and to be open arms about it. And so I'm very appreciative of all the love that I felt and care, down to just like text messages, even sometimes when I couldn't respond because I'd just be like overwhelmed or tired or like tired of explaining what this is. Like, especially when you're like in pain or you're just like over it or you're just like, I've been inside the house for days is how I was feeling at certain points. And so I'm appreciative of the people who took time to just be with me, and just show me some love in that way. I'm very appreciative of my friend Sherry, my sister friend, for like coming the day I had my surgery. Yeah, that was like, oh my God, I could cry. I didn't know how much she's calling me right now. Oh, that's girl, so crazy. Connections. Let me answer. Yeah, Sherry. Girl, why am I still filming the podcast? But I was just talking about you. Is that not crazy?
You are still filming?
Currently, yes, you're on it. Positive talk. Anyways, she said, "Why you talk about me? You're crazy."
She was thankful.
Yeah, I was being great. I was doing my shout outs, but you'll hear about it later.
In months.
Okay, bye. Are you still recording?
Yeah, in this very moment.
Okay.
Bye. Love you.
That is so funny. Connections, everyone.
And that happened to Candace a second ago, too. So it's there's a lot of energy in this room, guys, but I'm so appreciative of how she showed up for me. Made sure, because my mom was transporting me and all these things, and I know she was having to deal with me and all my like different moods, like crying in the car, all the shit, eating, having an accident, like so many things were happening. So I know my mom was done with me when Sherry walked through that door. She said, "Ready?" She's like, "Go get your sister and handle that." And yeah, she like set up the table for me, made sure I was comfortable, like stuff that like not that my mom couldn't do, but she probably was just like get her here safely right now.
Yeah.
Sherry just made sure my water was filled, brought me a water bottle, made sure I had my food and my bone broth, like all the things. So yeah, I was really appreciative of just like that moment. And then also like my friends who came down to my house brought me flowers and gifts and things like that. Like that was super sweet. Super, super sweet. Yeah, and just people who like chose me in that moment, right? Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that is truly like, you know, intimacy personified. And,
Oh my gosh,
like,
yes.
love.
It all tied in.
Okay.
That's
y'all.
so sweet.
I love it.
I know my parents are gonna be mad. I'm thankful for you guys too.
Oh yes. We're always thankful for
Always
y'all.
Thankful. Thank you for watching the podcast and telling people to watch it. We were at our family reunion yesterday, and my cousin was asking about the podcast. And so, yeah, my cousin was asking. My mom was like, "You should check it out." My dad was like, "Yeah, you should check it out. It's on YouTube and Spotify." And so they're like telling people to watch it. So anything to get the views, guys, we appreciate it because we're trying to make this full time, baby, and paid and sponsored and all the things.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, our
What
shit
a
is good. So you better be on this thing listening. That's just what I keep saying lately. I'm like, dang, I feel very confident in this space with you. Yeah, this is
Good energy only, baby.
Good energy only. And, you know, we're practicing gratitude out loud. So hopefully this helps, you know, y'all be able to practice gratitude in your own way.
We're modeling it for you.
Yeah, just 3 good things. 3 good things that you could feel grateful for. And it doesn't have to be, you know, the biggest, most loudest, obnoxious material.
At all.
Sometimes
it
it's
small
just
and simple.
small and simple. And it's funny because when we were on our way here, I was like, maybe we could use the gratitude cards. And Candace was like,
I'm not gratitude. I don't have gratitude for nothing.
I ain't got nothing.
I'm grumpy.
Yeah. But look at what happens when we shift the energy around.
It can happen so quickly.
At the blink of an eye.
The blink of an eye. It's crazy. Always remember that, especially when you're in your low points. It can change so quickly.
Mm-hmm. But
don't get caught in it.
You also have to put in a little bit of the work to make it change, right?
And you sure do. That. You sure do. I love it. Wow, this was a really wholesome episode.
Little budding topics and a little fun. Well, guys, we love all the things. We love all the support.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to embrace that. You know, it's a hot girl summer, but it's also a relaxed, regulating her nervous system summer.
A wholesome summer.
Dialectics are hot.
And dialectics are hot.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And you decide to tap into what you want to embrace this summer. It doesn't have to just look
you make
one
it whatever
way.
summer you want it to be.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just summer.
At the end of the day, another season, baby. Seasons will shift as they do.
Abruptly.
At the blink of an eye. Just how this year's going.
Especially in Texas, baby. It'll be winter tomorrow.
Oh, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
And joining us as we do our Yappington.
It's been a blast.
It's been
an honor and a journey. Until next time.
See something, say something. You're out.
Bye. Not you blew a kiss.
Take it out.
This is so cute. No, keep it in. That was cute.
Who is she?
Girl, not Mary Poppins.
Okay.